IVM.
Hello and welcome to Football Twaddle. My name is Saru and my regular co-host, that's what I call him now, Tanuj Baru is on the phone. Baru, it's your cue.
What's up?
We couldn't hear you. Say it again.
What's up?
Yes. And Baru couldn't be in the studio because it's been pouring in Mumbai and festivities and all of that, So Baru said, phone pay kar leta hun. But we have our good friend Harsh who lives very close to the studio. So we said, we need someone here. Why don't you come along? And he's here. Harsh, say hi.
Hi everyone. I don't think I can match the level of excitement that Baru has.
But you don't have to repeat it twice. So that works out well. All right. So this is the international break. Let's take it nice and easy and slow. So let's talk about Arsenal versus Spurs or Tottenham Hotspur. So, Baru, you went for a screening by the Arsenal Mumbai Supporters Club, right?
Yeah.
Why did you go for the screening? What were you expecting in the screening? What came off of screening? Were you happy after the screening?
Are you done? It was a good...
Harsh and I are
venue.
going to grab some dinner and come back. You finish all your answers by then.
It was a good venue. And I was expecting Arsenal to really, actually win. Because we have had a pretty good side, and we started the season pretty well. As opposed to Tottenham. So I just basically thought that we had higher chances of winning. And it's always fun to watch such matches where it's in a larger group with a lot of alcohol and stuff.
Yeah, sure. And then what happened? So were you as happy after the match as well?
Well, I did celebrate that offside goal. I mean, we thought it was.
That's all what it's about, man, celebrating offside goals.
Yeah, I mean, so at least you had that, that dose of whatever.
Yeah. So Harsh,
Happiness.
Baru has a record of whenever he goes for a match screening, Arsenal lose. Right?
Yet he continues to keep going.
That just shows he probably is not an Arsenal supporter. He dragged me for one screening of Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal Europa League semi-final, the second leg. All Arsenal fans, 300, 400 of them, screaming, chanting and doing whatever cronky noises they were doing. And then and Atletico score. God, that place was a morgue after that.
Was this during the Wenger out phase?
Oh, yeah. That place turned to Wenger out so quick. They didn't even have to show the replay of the goal. They're like, mujhe pata tha yaar, yehi hona tha, nikal. So I got a feeling Baru is going to experience something similar. But somehow, Aubameyang and Lacazette kind of aren't they the goal scorers, Aubameyang and Lacazette?
That's correct.
Yeah, so they somehow saved Baru. But why would you play three amazing midfielders called Lucas Torreira, Granit Xhaka and Guendouzi, Baru? Why?
I think it's just two of them are only one of them is amazing. The rest were decent.
Sorry, we'll have to point out which one.
Yeah, who is this amazing one?
The guy who actually assisted the goal for Spurs.
For me, it seemed like
penalty
David Luiz. What did it look like to you?
It's Granit Xhaka, man.
Oh, Granit Xhaka is amazing and other two are bad. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should make a statue for Xhaka, outside White Hart Lane or something.
I mean, the whole game actually felt like Spurs weren't even playing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Spurs played the entire match. It was Arsenal, both halves, all 4 goals contributed and dealt with. But
yeah, what did Spurs do in the game? They just looked so tired. They did nothing. Harry Kane was shown. Did you see the post-match conference where Jeff Shreves shows Harry Kane his fall?
Jeff
Shreves, the post-match presenter, the guy who takes interviews, he shows Harry Kane the replay of his fall in the. I'm not going to call it a dive. He just shows it and says, "Do you think it was a penalty?" And Harry is like, probably if it was
outside. No one could translate what Harry Kane said afterwards.
Yeah, but it roughly translated to "I'm not a cheat." So other than Harry Kane diving, Harsh, did you see anything else in the Spurs game?
Absolutely not. absolutely disappointing. It felt like they weren't there.
But why are you so disappointed?
I mean, Arsenal's playing, you always hope for something to happen, something, entertaining. It was entertaining, but just not in the right direction for my flavor.
Oh, so you wanted Spurs
there was this one incident where Socrates, was trying to pick up a fight by, hugging random Spurs players.
Oh yeah,
But
what was that all about?
It's his thing, man. He just, really gets into the opposition space.
And hugs them.
Yeah, and hugs them. It's probably the Greek way of saying that, I want to fight with you.
In the era of Me Too, Socrates is... Oh God. But yeah, so who was the man of the match, guys?
I think I'll give it to Gundozi, actually.
You could
Either
give it.
Gundozi or Lacazette.
Gundozi or Lacazette?
Actually, same two picks for me. I would give it to Gundozi though.
But who did Premier League give it the man of the match to? No idea.
Those are facts, not opinions.
Oh, we are an opinion show, not a fact show. Oh, Baru, we have a way out for all our bullshit. We are an opinion show, not a fact show. Thanks, Harsh.
Did we pick one up earlier, during the Sidin episode also, one of those cases?
Oh, yeah, we did. So we had to
What was that?
Dude, I don't remember. If I remember what we spoke about, it would have been a much better production than what it is right now. All right. So Arsenal and Spurs or Spur, whatever, is done. And let's talk about Chelsea versus Sheffield. Harsh, why can't Chelsea keep, not concede a goal for 4 minutes? What's wrong with them?
I mean, it's just unfathomable how this season is going. It's like you've built a team, and in every aspect, if you just strip away 20% quality, that's what it looks like. There's a bunch of kids that are running around, and at times it looks like things are going well, but then it just falls apart every single time.
We had Ron Weasley also come on as a substitute at some point. Who's that guy? Why are we playing some 17-year-old kid to close out a game? What was it? What's Lampard thinking? Has he taken this blooding the youth too far right now? Doesn't it feel like that we're just playing youth for the sake of it now, and we can't just keep a clean sheet when there's supposed to be, when you need to shut out a game?
I mean, we're not closing out games. That's the biggest issue that we have right now. I mean, in the front we have some sort of excitement with Pulisic and
with children,
and yes,
Tammy, Pulisic, Mount.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good going forward.
But we still score goals only of the opposition mistakes.
Yeah.
If there's a misplaced pass from the keeper to the defender, that's when we think we can score a goal. Otherwise, I don't think we create much chances as well.
I mean, yes, organic chances are actually in dirt right now. But
this is inorganic chances.
These are inorganic chances. Sorry, I went a little financial there.
All right. So
Yeah, but you can also see how Manchester United are actually going against this whole youth policy of yours.
Going against it?
Yeah, they dropped Lingard.
Yeah.
No, I think Lingard has a different problem.
Yeah, he fathered Mason Mount. He's that old. Dude, but Manchester United and Lingard, will get to them and the amazingness of Manchester United. They've emptied the club. There's no one left now in the club. But sticking to Chelsea, how long is this going to continue where we are going to draw games 1-1, 2-2? We just can't seem to want to win. I don't think there's and then everyone in Stamford Bridge is such a happy, feel-good factor. No one's bothered about it also. They're yeah, Lamps will do it.
I mean, this is an appeasement campaign to start with. You have a transfer ban on. This is a whole... Lampard got to the helm, got to the manager. He said, Avengers assemble, brought all the loanies back. And that's what he's trying to fit the jigsaw right now, but it's not working.
So this is Chelsea's appeasement campaign to the fans.
Correct.
The minute the transfer ban is lifted, they'll remove Lampard and get rid of
Lampard will be the first transferred out.
Okay, Baru, in the future, do you think there'll be a time when managers also will be transferred? There could be a situation where Manchester United buys the manager of Crystal Palace for $15 million mid-season. You think that can happen in the future?
Of course, anything can happen, man. I mean, it's about, with so much money floating around in the league, I think you're going to run out of players to spend that on, and you obviously start spending it on managers. But it'll be crazy, like deadline day, last minute, fax machine works, and next thing you know, you don't have a manager.
Yeah, Poch is in the airport waiting, and he's like stranded.
Yeah, his match is about to start, but he's at the airport holding a AS Roma scarf and, smiling. And Spurs fans are like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, that leads me to another question regarding the Arsenal versus Spurs game. Did Mkhitaryan play that game from Rome airport? How did he end up there right after the game? How did he play the match while getting photographed at Rome airport?
But did he play?
That's okay. He was on the ground, right? We saw him on TV.
Oh, it's a short. It's a short flight.
It's a short flight.
It's clearing it up like that. Yeah.
Oh God, man! I thought Liverpool and Manchester City will have at least Spurs will do something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's become so boring in 4 quick weeks. We had to just wait till first international break to know that those teams are already 8 points, 7 points ahead of everyone. Harsh, are we in for a season of boredom again?
Absolutely. Because honestly, looking at the squads, Liverpool, City are just way ahead of everybody else, and they're way ahead of the pack, and it shows in how dominant each of their games are. Chelsea is not there. Chelsea is missing a few of the players that we have due to injury. Arsenal play exciting football at times, but then we're all victims of our own. So
finish the sentence. Arsenal's a victim of their own.
And United, I forget about United when I talk about all of this.
Why even talk about them? And Spurs just look tired. And Poch has gone mental. He's gone all Mourinho now. Every press conference is like, I'm not happy. I don't know what to do. I just hope transfer window shuts. It's not been a good window. He's just gone on full Mourinho mode. It won't be. I think this will be his last season at Spurs.
I don't think they've done a good. They're not very active in the transfer market anyway. They just in the same squad that he's trying to achieve different results. It just seems improbable.
Like what, third and fourth?
Yeah,
he's never trying to reach second.
Yeah.
So Baru, will Pochettino be known as the first successful manager in football to have never won a trophy?
Yeah, but ultimately isn't success defined by trophies? So it's like an oxymoron, man. What are you even talking about? You're a Chelsea fan. Trophies are everything.
That is so surprising. The definition of success can be debated here. I thought it was different till Wenger was in.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah,
why you do?
We start talking about success in the same term. Now you want to change it again? Come on, back.
Okay. What is who is a successful manager, Baru? Who would you define as a successful manager?
Pep Guardiola. Who else?
Oh, anyone who's achieved less than him is not a successful manager.
No, he is a successful manager. He's not the baseline.
Yeah, dude, I'm asking for baseline.
He's not like a Santosh Kashyap or something, man.
I'm trying to get Santosh Kashyap on the podcast. Can we please rein in our opinions and thoughts, please? I need to talk to him about coaching and stuff. Yeah. Other results of the weekend. Leicester beat Bournemouth 3-1. They are so good. But the result which caught my eye, Harsh, is Southampton 1, Manchester United 1. Martial was injured and Manchester United fans went into a cardiac arrest. They're like, who will play now? There's no one. Then they said, nahi, Mason Greenwood is there. And then that Chong guy, he comes along. They've thrown out now Darmian, Alexis Sanchez. Chris Smalling has gone to Roma along with Mkhitaryan. I don't even know what's Rome's project. But they take Chris Smalling, Mkhitaryan, everyone. That club has no players left.
And it doesn't seem like they have a plan. Just watching them play is one of the most driest, boring things that one can actually.
The whole rush decision to give Solskjaer the job is not seems to do well. But now they can't do anything else. They've thrown out everyone.
Yeah.
Right. So they're stuck with this. But it'll be interesting. I think next week is Leicester versus Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
And if Leicester beat Manchester United, which is a good possibility. It'll be fun to, earlier what AFTV used to do, Now I see all the Manchester United fan TVs. Baru, do you watch the Manchester United fan cams?
Nope. We have our in-house watcher for that, Yash Sawan.
Have you spoken to Yash? Have you spoken to Yash ever after you've seen a fan cam?
No, not really. I thought he should be like appearing on one anytime now.
Dude, somehow the guests we get into the podcast, the friends we hang out with, who we meet almost on a weekly basis, all of them are such docile fans of their clubs. Like, I talk to her, Chelsea hara, arey, theek hai. Chelsea jeeta, theek hai. Baru, Arsenal drew, what? That's amazing. Yes, Manchester United is going down the drain. It's okay. I'm going to play football. It's like we don't even have one passionate friend who can represent the fan camps in actuality. Why do you think that is, Harsh and Baru?
I mean, I'm just.
Are we lacking something?
No, I think I'm just honestly tired. It's just. It's exhausting.
Watching the game is exhausting.
Investing so much into something that you
have no control over.
Yeah, I mean, no control over, and I mean, you have decent visibility about things. It seems like we as fans know that things are not working out, but managers and owners just don't seem to be able to, find a solution to move things forward. I'm not happy where Chelsea is now, or in the last couple of years. It
always seems like we fans have way more solutions than the manager, Like, just talk to any of us. The manager seems so stupid. He's the least stupid person, the most stupid person is on the job. Everyone else around him seems smarter. Baru, do you get that feeling as well?
No, I'm looking at it more from a market capturing point of view for a podcast.
Oh.
The AFTVs and the Angry Landmans already have their niches.
I have stopped watching Angry Rantman. I mean, he spit on the camera like 6-7 times.
So we are positioning ourselves as those guys who can just focus on the. Oh wait, what was it? Facts, not facts, opinion.
Yeah, we are an opinion show. Facts, please go to every other podcast.
We are a mild opinion,
Yeah.
Mildly opinionated.
Oh, that is our name. Football Twaddle, the mildly opinionated show.
It's a thing in the making, but here we are.
What do you guys talk about? Mild opinions. All right. I think we should take a break, and after the break we should talk about some 3 clubs Yash wants to talk about. One of them's name is Ratnu and the second one's name is Kutnu, and they supposedly all were in the Europa League draw. So yeah, Baru, do you want to hang around for that? Europa League draw, only you have to talk, right?
I'd like to hear some more objective opinions on that.
Yeah, objective opinion. Opinion is always subjective,
Highly
dude.
opinionated.
Oh. Like shop, eat and celebrate. We should have mild, opinionated, objective, something like that. Alright, please stay tuned to Football Twaddle.
Hey everybody, welcome to another great week on the IVM podcast. It's been a really fun week. Also, just a reminder, if you're not following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. One thing that we are trying to do as much of as possible, and we want to keep doing this, is if you hear something that you really enjoy, take a screenshot of it and tag us on whatever social media platform you prefer, and we'll try and repost that. If you want to keep your listening light and funny this week, check out shows like Cyrus Says, Golgappa, and the Empowering series. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus talks to hosts of another IVM show, Football Shootball, Gaurav Sapre, Kartik Iyer, and Sivram Padmanabhan. Tune in to listen to some fun conversation about sports, advertising, and Bollywood. On Golgappa, Trupti is joined by cinematographer Milind Zog, who shares rip-tickling stories from his shoots. And on the Empowering series, Zarina is joined by comedian Suresh Menon. They talk about his early days in comedy, his chemistry with Jose, and how he started Khan Masti. If politics and policy is what's going to really get you going this week, then check out The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. He's joined by Roshan Kishore, data and political economy editor at Hindustan Times. They talk about data journalism. On our Kannada podcast, Saleha Harate, Dr. H.S. Sudhira joins Pawan Srinath to discuss mapping technologies, GPS tracking, and its implications in Bengaluru. If you want to hear more in the branding or business space, then you should listen to Paisa Vaisa. Anupam talks to Gaurav Rastogi, CEO and founder of Kuvera, about behavioral aspects of investing. On the Pragati podcast, which is normally a fairly political show, this time Pawan talks to Deepak Shenoy. Deepak is the founder and CEO of Capital Mind and one of the foremost experts on the Indian stock market. On Advertising is Dead, Varun is joined by the brand advocacy head at Diageo, Khushbu Binani. And on Simplified, Chuck and Shrikit talk to the founder of Cume Wealth, Satyan Kothari. Satyan's a really fun guy to talk to, and he's got a lot of insights in this space. If you didn't get enough of Gaurav, Karthik and Siva on Cyrus Says, then check them out talking on Football Shitball, where they discuss the Juventus versus Napoli game and the transfer deadline drama. But with that, let's get you on with the show.
Welcome back to Football Twaddle. My name is Saru. Our good friend Harsh is in the studio and Baru is on the phone. Say hello, guys.
Hi, everyone.
What's up?
God, I have to give cue lines now. Write it on piece of paper. Now is the time you say hi. All right. There was the Champions League draw as well last week, and we couldn't cover it during last week's podcast. So let's talk about it this week. The first thing we talk about is the Champions League draw, and then we'll talk about the Europa League draw. So Harsh, let's start with Group H. Chelsea, Ajax, Valencia and Lille. How many games are we going to draw of those 6 ones?
I think we have a very good shot of making it to the Europa League. The path seems sort of
Clear.
Clear, laid out. Adequate number of draws will get us there, I think.
You know what's the good part about that particular draw? Valencia may lose their manager, sporting director and managing director in the month of September, right? So that club will be without any management structure. So we could beat them. That was the happiest news for Chelsea fans after the draw. And Ajax has some players gone.
Yeah.
So that's good for us. There has never been a positive like, oh yeah, we can beat them. Like, nahi, wo to weak hai. They're going to get weakened even more. So yeah.
श्रावण का महीना चालू है उसका खाना कम खा रहे हैं
अरे पर लैम्पार्ड 16 सोमवार भी तो कर रहा है. So we are balancing it out. But yeah, Baru, I want to talk to you about this amazing group: Barcelona, Dortmund, Inter and Slavia Praha.
So I've already placed an order for the Slavia Praha jersey because they seem like the team which has like a sense of humor at least.
Yeah,
that's an amazing.
Dude, Harsh and I were talking this offline before we started recording. Slavia Praha, I don't understand everyone else, like every other representative of their clubs. They just seems like so stone-faced. There's no reaction. At least Slavia guys had this, honest. It was just so beautiful to see. Honesty and... yeah.
After we played Slavia Praha versus Spartak Praha, and I had Slavia, so we know how that ended.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So Harsh, do you like Slavia Praha as well?
I think this is going to be extremely entertaining. I mean, the presenter, when they pulled out the draw, went like, oh, this seems like a tough group to be in.
Yeah, and that guy, the Slavia Praha guy, was like smiling.
I know.
Smiling? They were all hiding their laughter when it is so hard for them to control.
Yeah, dude. And Petr Cech is from the same country. I'm sure they like wagged him. कि यही group निकालना था तुझे. But yeah. So Barcelona, Dortmund and Inter, that's a tough group. Who do you think are going to go through, Harsh?
I think Barcelona will be there.
I'm not talking about Europa League. I'm talking about who are going to go through the round of 16 in Champions League.
I think Dortmund's playing some good football.
Can you give even more generic, bland opinions?
Mildly opinionated.
Dude, that's not even mild opinion. I think Dortmund is playing some good football.
No, so Barca and
Inter
Dortmund
Milan have been strengthened by United.
Yeah, and Chelsea
and Lukaku.
I know. I think Lukaku went to strengthen the team, and then Manchester United sent Sanchez to destabilize the team, so that when Inter face them in Europa League, Sanchez will make United win. That's the only game Sanchez probably will win for United.
Yeah. It's a coordinated coup.
Coordinated with who? All right. The first Group A is Paris, Real Madrid, Club Brugge and Galatasaray. The one thing I want to say about Galatasaray is they had 30 or 35,000 fans waiting at the airport from morning till almost evening because Radamel Falcao had just signed for Galatasaray. So imagine the level of support they have. It's always a tough place to go, but imagine 35,000 people are waiting at the airport like Falcao aa gaya. So
that's another round of 35,000 people that he's going to disappoint. He's been through Europe and done that.
Poor thing. God, dude. You can't give the guy a break. He's had good seasons at Monaco and Atletico and everywhere, other than Chelsea and United, which were quite shit.
Quite shit being an understatement, but okay.
All right. So, but who has been more shit for United? Alexis Sanchez or Radamel Falcao? Oh, I got you there.
I think it's not defined. Sanchez needs to play some games.
Yeah. Sanchez return came as div 0 error on Excel. Yeah, but yeah. So Paris, PSG, Real Madrid, Club Brugge, and Galatasaray. You think?
Harsh comes on for one episode and we are cracking Excel jokes now.
Dude, we are like chameleons, mild-mannered chameleons.
Mildly opinionated.
Yeah. So who's going to go through, Baru? You think Real Madrid will get out to Europa League?
I hope not.
Okay, we need to move this enterprise quite quickly. We can't keep giggling amongst ourselves. So yes,
man, it's going to be the easier group, man. I mean, it's PSG and Madrid are going to get through.
Okay.
And what I'm concerned about is like, how do you pronounce Red Star Belgrade in their local tongue? It sounds like a Marathi abusive, man.
But where is Red Star Belgrade in this?
Crevena's Izaudia.
Yeah, that is not. Dude, did it take some Kalamboli team?
Makola FC.
Yeah. Makola FC. Al Zawdia is playing. Yeah, so that group which Baru is very eloquently talking about and mildly disrespecting the team is Olympiacos, Spurs, Bayern and Zawdia. Yeah, I think Lewandowski will probably finish the group stage in most number of goals, like 8 scored against Zawdia. Alright, third one. Manchester City, poor guys, they've been trying to make it big in Europe, encouraging fans to come and watch the games, and they get Shakhtar for like third season in a row. They get Dynamo Zagreb, whom they'll whack.
Third or second?
I think the third season in a row they are getting Shakhtar in the group stage. Then they have Dynamo Zagreb and Atlanta. It's like if you are a fan of Manchester City and you're just like tired of winning, basically, and you say, please come and watch European games. So which game? You're playing Dynamo Zagreb. Yeah. So Harsh, why does City always get such easy groups?
I think Aguero's going to be tied for goals with Lewandowski with the groups that we have.
Yeah.
But yes, it is very peculiar that Man City gets these draws every single time they play.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Juventus, Atletico, Leverkusen, Lokomotiv Moscow. That poor Cristiano Ronaldo. He has to always do it the hard way. I think Atletico is going to whoop their ass. Baru, don't you think so?
No, they've got Ramsey now,
So?
That's your golden boy.
Are you guys ready for explanation now?
No, I mean, I get it. They have Ramsey, but he doesn't even start the games.
So they're saving him for Champions League.
Oh, so I see. You think they're saving Saru also for Champions League and this pneumonia is just a ruse?
Yeah, probably, man. Someone should look into that.
Alright, someone should look into that. Passing pronouns like fatwas you're pronouncing. Someone look into it. Alright, the other groups are like Liverpool, Napoli, Salzburg, Genk. We don't want to talk about it because we don't want to pay too much attention to Liverpool right away. And then there's Zenit, Benfica, Lyon and Leipzig, which is probably like quite a balanced group. But now guys, let's get to the Europa League. Let's talk about Group F and let's talk about Group L.
Because they are the only ones with teams you can pronounce.
Group G also has some teams I can pronounce, like Young Boys. So Group F, Arsenal, Frankfurt, Standard Liège and Vitória. Ye kaun hai? Vitória, Portuguese. Alright, so what are your feelings, Baru? Arsenal should get through this group, right?
Yeah, I mean, Frankfurt could probably be an issue. I mean, last year, didn't they defeat Chelsea last year?
Almost, but then Luka Jovic and Sebastian Haller are out of the club, so yeah.
It should be an easy group for Arsenal. It's probably going to be yet another League Cup in Europe kind of situation with the teams this time.
Yeah, and then wait till they play like Real Madrid in the quarter-final of Europa League. That will be so much fun. Oh, and
Arsenal will be playing a League Cup team. I didn't say that Real Madrid will be playing one in the Champions League.
yeah, but Group L, Harsh, is Manchester United, Astana, Partizan from Serbia, and Alkmaar. Manchester United are going to be traveling 12,000 miles totally to complete these group commitments.
I
You
don't
have a
think.
counter that tracks like the travel miles per each player or something. How do you like? Is this the longest any team is going to have to travel?
I think so. They had to go from Manchester to Kazakhstan first. Then they come back. Then they go to Serbia. Netherlands is their shortest trip, which is like a 2.5 hour or 3 hour flight. So Harsh, do you think if Solskjaer first of all has no players,
I think this is reason enough for them to sort of.
you think Paul Pogba after seeing this group said, I'm injured, I can't do this anymore?
I think they're planning Euro trips all around the whole. And that's the only positive that United is going to see out of this whole tournament. But I mean, the group is simple
Kazakhstan
enough.
is closer to Delhi than to Manchester.
I think Saru has come most prepared just for this segment.
Yeah. Dude, because I'll tell you, I was watching one of these Manchester United fan camps, okay. It was the most hilarious one. He picked out distance-wise. In other pots, he's like, I hope we don't get this. This is like some 20,000 miles away. And then they got Astana. Like, oh shit. He said, I hope we don't get Serbia. I hope we can get like Rangers or whatever. He got Serbia. So that is how I know that it's just too far. Yeah.
But what do you think about Group K? Do you know who they
Besiktas.
have in it?
And
Besiktas.
Group K is owned by George Mendes. Like, hey, he now owns entire groups of Europa League.
He'll probably call all of them to like this one location in Portugal and he's like, chalo, yahan khel lo tum log.
Toss karte hai. Yeah, it has Braga, which is Portuguese club. So obviously George Mendes has full pull over it. He owns almost Wolves. Besiktas, he sends all his recruits who have not made it successful in big clubs to Besiktas. And I don't think he really cares about Bratislava. So yeah, but Group K is interesting. I don't know, man. It seems, and pseudo Arsenal 2. Arsenal B is in Group J, Roma. They're playing Mönchengladbach and Istanbul Başakşehir, which is kind of tough because you know who supports Başakşehir, Harsh? Erdogan. Erdogan supports Istanbul Başakşehir.
That's going to be a tough one.
He's actually going to get like knocked off or something.
Imagine Smalling trying to imagine Smalling is the only good game he's having is against Başakşehir and he doesn't come out of the stadium after that.
everyone on his bench, they're like just covering their faces. They're like, not today, my friend.
That's why Smalling will be like, "ये इसीलिए बोला था नहीं करूँगा defending." Yeah. But Europa League is interesting. I didn't know there were so many teams in Europa League. Why are there so many teams? Like A, B, C, D, F, G, H, 8, 12 groups are there in Europa League. Then you have people dropping from Champions League. Like, why is this such a big tournament?
So Arsenal can play the round of 16 twice.
Do you know how common this name Wolfsburg is?
No. Please give us fun, most useless fact of the day. How common is the name Wolfsburg?
It's like the Harsh.
Wolfsburg as a team's name is so common that in the Austrian Cup on 25th September, Wolfsburg are playing Wolfsburg.
What?
It's the Harsh Kumar of
How do they
football.
differentiate? How do they differentiate? One of them have a logo on Google and the other one doesn't.
Abe, imagine if a player for a transfer puts on Google Maps and sits in a Uber. He's so he's like, sir, आपके नाम का तो एंट्री पास भी नहीं बना. Oh God, Wolfsburg is playing Wolfsburg in Austria with Mother Wolfsburg in Germany.
There's this really funny meme of how the Europa League is basically like just a Pokemon evolution. They've got Wolfsburg, Wolfsburger and some another one.
They don't have Alexandria from Ukraine. They have Alexandria from Ukraine.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Wolfsberg. It's not Wolfsburg, Baru. It's
So
Wolfsberg.
Wolfsburg. So it's Wolfsburg.
I think yeah. Oh, there's a team from Hungary as well. Let me
Okay,
try.
do you really want to go down that road with this competition?
The last one. Ferencváros.
Group A has a team called Dude
Dude?
Lange.
Dude. Luxembourg. When did a tax haven become a good football team? Harsh, you may want to throw a light on.
I mean, the amount of money that flows through that country, it's not surprising. It's not surprising.
That they have a team in Group A of Europa League. And there was Lugano also. But yeah, I think this year I'm going to watch Europa League seriously, just to see new stadiums in different countries. It could be a good experience. And I think we should also try and make a trip of the entire thing, no? If we go stay in Kazakhstan for 2 weeks, I'm sure we can.
I mean, if you want to make a trip, just follow United through the Europa League.
Oh, yeah. Alright, there's nothing else. It's International Week, guys. I'm assuming all of you have life enough to not watch international friendlies or whatever. I'm looking at you, Harsh.
I mean, we all know what we're going to do this weekend then.
Watch football. Baru, what are you doing this weekend?
That's one reason for you to repair your PS4 because...
But I thought this weekend I was supposed to come and referee in a game, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's me as well.
Both the participants have no idea, but the referee time pe pahunch jayega.
Harsh is not playing and I'm injured, so I think we're okay on that front.
Should we even go then?
Of course, it'll be fun to referee it. We'll make the bar.
Oh yeah, what we discussed yesterday. Let's not talk about it here, but let's implement it on Saturday. Yeah, all right.
This way we find out how many of our friends listen to our podcast.
Dude, there'll be one guy whose goal will be disallowed. Maine suna tha. He's the only guy. All right, Baru, I think it's time you get off the phone. Say bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. If you were here, we could have taken you for dinner, but unfortunately you weren't here.
I can still make it to Boteco.
We're not going to Boteco, dude. We're eating roadside food right now.
I was not aware of this.
Sheetal. Sheetal Bukhara is waiting. All right. Harsh, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
You seem to be a more reliable person.
That is very untrue.
I know, but I have to say such things.
I think I'm done for the season.
I have actually read somewhere that, you need to talk up the guests. So this is the way to do it.
Podcast for dummies.
Yeah, exactly. And guys, if you want to follow Harsh, I don't think he really does anything on Twitter, but on Instagram he puts pictures of some food and PlayStation games he plays. So I don't know if you want to follow him on for that, but if you want to, it'll be on our link. And this is Saru signing off. Bye bye.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Careers in the New podcast series presented by Accenture. I'm your host Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay. In this podcast series, we'll get you the latest and greatest in the world of technology that's shaping the future of business as we know it. We're talking intelligent platforms, cloud, AI, blockchain, extended reality, and a whole lot more. Every fortnight on Wednesdays, we'll have for you a hot topic with expert speakers from Accenture talking about top trends in the space, how these are changing the world and creating growth across industries. And importantly, we'll tell you how you can learn more, build your skills and expertise to grow and stay relevant in your career. Episodes out on the IVM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcast from.
What do we have to do?
Welcome to What a Play, you guys. This is the favorite sports podcast of several sports persons such as myself, Dudeja and Mikhail, who also happen to be the hosts.
Yes, you should definitely listen to our podcast for our take and quite a uninformed but hilarious take on sports every week. We give out awards, we discuss what happened in the world of sports, and
we take breaks as well.
We come up with jingles and sound effects on the go. So you should definitely give us an example of a sound effect, Dudeja.
Bolo Matthew Vade.
Yeah, tune in for some of that, bro. You can catch us on the IVM network every Wednesday on the go
On the Wednesday, in the Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday, what a player. What a player, W. Wednesday, W. Wow.
Wednesday to Wednesday, what a player, Matthew Wade.